How to overcome a season of dryness, depression, and everything. That season of you feel everything is not working out. One of the coping mechanisms that I use, one of them is making sure that I start listening to words of affirmation. The words of affirmation is go to YouTube, search anything written I am. Start listening to them. Have them, I used to download them, even have them in audio format and listen to them. If you have you can use an earphone for it. You can use another alternative, unaweza tumia ni the earpods or speakers and everything. So the first thing in the morning that I used to wake up to is words of affirmation. I am enough. I am enough because I am enough. I am enough because I was built by God. I am enough because my purpose on earth. Start listening to those affirmations. Start listening to those affirmations. Those affirmations, the minute to start listening, that is self-love. You're giving, you're appreciating yourself for that morning. I used to listen to them every morning because they used to work as my motivation. They used to push me. They used to push me out. They used to give me, they used to be my fuel in the morning, you know, despite the condition that I was in, despite looking at things and chaotic, those moments when I didn't know what I could pay the landlord because I don't know how rent could be figured out and I was there stuck, those moments that I used to wake up maybe in somebody's who has hosted me, those moments that I used to be so stressed because of things that were happening in my life, those moments when everything locked over and you're having a pregnant person, a pregnant wife, and you don't know how it will end, and you know things are thick, those moments I used to listen to words of affirmation. That is the best coping mechanism for me, and it really worked for me because it assured me. It was the best assurance that I could get for my own self. And then moving forward, the another coping mechanism that I used to do is I start connecting more with nature. And that's the reason why I love nature so much. I used to make sure I go places that are so quiet. If it is a river, I want to listen to the river flow. I want to listen to the sound, the stillness of the water hitting the rocks. I could watch, I could see my sorrows, and I could speak to that river or the ocean, and I could tell it my sorrows, and I could say my sorrows have moved out, are moving like the river is moving with water. My sorrows are moving like the ocean's waves. That despite the oceans having strong waves, at the end of it is still, because I'll be still. I used to speak to the water bodies, making sure my sorrows, my stress goes with them. And I could find even places that were more enjoyable for me to relax. One of the best places that I really love is John Michuki Park in Nairobi town. You go to Oppo town, somewhere just in town, just go and hang out. Find some time and hang out in John Michuki. I hung out in John Michuki before it was even renovated, and I still have videos of that, you know. And I went back after renovation. Up to today, it's still my go-to place while I'm in town, Nairobi town, a place that I need just to put my mind and just focus. I used to go to the park to tone down, to cool down my emotions, things that looked like they are never working. So nature reconnects you. And when you go to do nature, one of the things you can do is making sure you don't have your shoes on. So remove your shoes, go grounding. Grounding is the best thing. Let me show you. When you're having your shoe on the ground, you have grounded. That's grounding. You are connecting your authenticity to the earth. You are recharging. I can't go find to that today. So that one was the best way for me. So I'll be grounding in nature. Go to those places, view, change environment. The other coping mechanism is now the change of environment. Make sure that you change your environment so much, you know. Change your environment, change your routines. To get out of depression, change your routines. You're waking up at 10, now stop waking up at 10 now. Find something else to do that will make you now wake up early. Change of routines really helps. Routines, change of location, change of the people you hang around, and that leads now to the change of energy around you, the energy that you carry. When you're depressed, people who have gone through it and people who are observant and people who are spiritually awake will see that you're depressed. So change of environments, change of routines, change of how you do things, change of the people you hang around, change of even to the kind of music that you listen to the kind of content that you listen to. Change that. Change to whatever you want. Start speaking life to the life that you want. Start speaking life to the conditions that you want in your life. Start speaking into it. You see? Another coping mechanism that I use now because I couldn't fall asleep. You know, there's a moment when you're so stressed, even sleep evades you. I used to stay still up to 5. That is when I start feeling sleepy. And you know, the only way I could sleep was being addicted. So I have to use something. I have to use something so that I can sleep. And there's nothing sad like that. I have to calm down my dopamine because it cannot calm down in my normal state. Either I'm extremely tired and I don't bath. That's the only way that I'll sleep. And I'll wake up so tired also in the morning. I'll have really heavy morning that I can't even wake up. So the only way was I had addictions. And those addictions really drain you. So the only way that I could find sleep and escape my addiction was listening to the sounds of rain. I could go to YouTube, put a video of the sounds of rain. I could even download them when I go to places with Wi-Fi, have them save the YouTube downloads and listen to them while I'm sleeping and leave it on to play. So what happens is when you start listening to these things when you are sleeping, it starts conditioning your mind subconsciously, because I could feel part of those of whatever audio that I had put into it. I started doing prayers also that way. I could look at long prayers, listen to them while I'm sleeping. I could look at long sermons. I could listen sermons while I'm sleeping, because I listen and then my mind will be strayed into something else and then I fall asleep into it. That was the fastest way. I could put rain, the sounds of rain, the sounds of one of the things is there's motivational. There's something this is it. Go to YouTube and search Ho'oponopono. When you search Ho'oponopono, you'll realize Ho'oponopono is the word that I love you. You are the best. Forgive me. I'm sorry. I love you. You're the best. Forgive me. I am sorry. The more of those words you listen to Ho'oponopono, the more I listened to them, the more I found forgiveness in myself while I was asleep, because my subconscious brain could start replaying those words in my head. I love you. I forgive you. So that one was part of my healing and also a coping mechanism to get out of what? Of my depression. And Ho'oponopono really helped me. Listening to rain really helped me. Listening to some soft, good music really helped me. These are coping mechanisms that I used. The other coping mechanism that I used also was making sure that I changed my circle of friends. Just change. Circle of friends, cut them off. I used to have another circle of friends and they became online. So I went deep into learning, deep into reading books, deep into environments that I did not find fit for me, and that is the places that I could be most alive. And then I tried anything that worked for me. At the end of it all, we have those moments we stay so much in the house. For me, in those moments, I could stay inside the house, I could cook. So if I was so stressful, even today when I'm so stressful, I cook chapatis. That is my way of relieving stress. Or I cook mandazis, or I cook half cakes or kangumu. I'll just find something with wheat and cook. That way to relieve me my stress. Start enjoying the hobbies that do not necessarily need money to get out of depression. And please, these are my methods. These are my coping mechanisms. Try them, and then let's see if you will heal and you see the way forward. Be blessed, and may God give you the chance to overcome your depression and become a testimony. It's just a test. You become a testimony. Salute.